Hello everybody and welcome to a bit of a different video today. First of all, please excuse my voice as I am quite sick. I haven't really seen anyone make a very in-depth guide on Lucio, because he seems very simple at first, but through the massive amount of time I've played him and looked for various ways in which his movement works in custom games, I've found that he's not simple at all. In fact, he has some very weird and you could even say glitchy interactions, similar to the Genji Edge Boost. I'm going to start with the basics. As you can see, when you stop moving on Lucio, unlike other heroes, he will continue to slide for a very short duration. This is the reason behind some of the, you could say, ridiculous stuff you can do with him, movement-wise. Lucio is very good at holding his momentum when jumping and wall riding. It is possible to switch to your healing while holding some of the speed you had from your speed boost by jumping as you switch. You will not keep this speed forever as long as you're jumping, and it will die out or decay over a short period of time. If you jump from the end of the ledge here, you will just miss the stairs at the bottom. But if you were to jump from the same place with your speed boost on from one of the moving platforms found on Volskaya Industries, Route 66 and the training grounds, you will be accelerated forward, jumping a much greater distance. Amping it up will not increase the distance you jump by a lot, but it definitely does give a slightly larger boost. Many people do not know this, but when you activate your sound barrier, you will be pushed up into the air as if you jumped, almost like a Genji double jump. This can allow you to cover an even greater distance, but really this is just a waste of your ult. The moving platform boost will only be useful in very little situations, but can assist in performing a speedy engage for your team or an escape. The next tip is very well known, but a lot of people still have troubles with it. Essentially, if you move yourself into a corner and activate your wall ride as you look at each wall and repeat this, you'll continue to climb up the corner. This will take time to get consistently. Surfing is something that every hero in the game can do. If you manage to find yourself on a very steep incline or somewhere the game doesn't want you, you will slide along the edge while falling down the incline. This can be very useful to Lucio when using surfing in your wall ride paths. The three paths I've found while looking around Volskaya Industries are not the most useful examples, but they are good examples of how wall riding with the help of surfing can help you cover a large distance.
Check this out. Oh, this is my jam. You feel that? Ooh. Hello. Pump up the volume. Raising the volume.
Now that I've presented the mechanics of Lucio, I will now show you how you can use these techniques to better your game. I'll start by showing you a few tips for Temple of Anubis. On Temple of Anubis, I've seen way too many people that are just too scared to go in or don't know when to go in. If your team is having a large amount of trouble, you can tell them that when you push the enemy team off the common spot to hold, go in. Using this path can catch the enemy team off guard, but be careful as you are visible during parts of the wall ride, and the enemy could know what's up. If snipers are being an issue or you just want a safe spot to heal your team from when they go in through the left choke, you can use corner jumping to get around the enemy team unseen. If your team is pushing through the right choke, you can get to the same position, but you will be visible to the enemy team.
I am loving this.
When pushing through to the second point, you will sometimes find that enemy snipers like to get some early picks from above the main entrance, then back off. If you act fast enough, you can pass them to your teammates for an early pick and a 5v6 battle, giving your team an advantage when rushing in to capture the point. When defending the first point, you can get to a very weird spot by corner jumping, then wall riding into the gold round object on the roof of the main defending position. You can heal your whole team from this position, but once you're spotted, the spot instantly becomes useless. Moving on to Lijiang Tower. Night Market is a great point for Lucio, as there are many places for him to wall ride and push enemies off the map for easy kills. You can wall ride around the edge of the map to get to the point, but this is rarely useful as it will take much longer to get to the point than the usual routes. It can be useful if the enemy is camping the doorways for your team to get to the middle of the map though, as you can get around unseen.
Turn it up. Party on the objective.
This route can be useful though when trying to escape, as you can see in this clip from one of my ranked games. I'm being chased.
Oh, turn it up.
My ultimate is charging.
I'm gonna get back to the
Holy
spawn.
fuck, Saltum. What?
What did? There is an easier and safer route to get to the middle of the map if the enemy team is camping the doors, and this is by following this route here.
Check this out. Oh, this is my jam.
If you use the left doors, you can get behind the enemy team to get easy picks from pushing people off of the map.
Hello, hello. Move.
You shouldn't be using any of these paths unless 100% necessary, because using the main two paths is just the fastest way to get to the point, and you'll be with your team as well. If you know that a Lucio or someone else is camping the right door onto the point, you can use surfing to get over unseen so that you don't get picked off. When trying to push an enemy player off the map through the door, sometimes it's better to go through the window so you can get a surprise on them, and so you can get a better angle on them so it's easier to push them off the map.
Nothing's gonna.
If you want to make it even easier on yourself to push enemy players off the map, you can leave through the main doors of the point and climb the wall, and then you can get behind maybe even the whole enemy team and get a lot of kills by pushing them off the map. When playing on Night Market, your main goal on Lucio isn't just to heal and protect your team, but it's also to make sure the enemy can't go through the outside of the point, or you get free kills, and this will force them to go through the main doors so you always know where they're coming from. Unlike Garden, Night Market isn't the greatest point for stalling for Lucio, and this is why you always want to just be annoying the enemy team and being unpredictable so you can get free kills or just keep them off the point.
I am loving this. Oh,
On
this is
Garden,
my
the
jam.
fastest way to the point is going through the right path, but you have to be careful here, as there could be a Pharah or a Lucio trying to push you off the map. So this is why I always like to go along the wall next to the bridge or over it. I never see anyone go up the stairs on the left side to get to the point. I'm not sure why this is, as you can actually get some easy picks from doing this by pushing people into the moat. Lucio is not the only character that can do this though. Every single character in the game can actually go along the top left path and surf on the roof of the bridge to the point. Lucio is great on Garden as it is so easy for him to stall the point, As long as you're wall riding on the middle pillar or throughout the windows on the outside walls and inside walls, you can be really annoying and unpredictable and be on the point for a long time.
I'm on the objective. Coming? Check this out. I'm taking the.
On garden, it can actually be really smart to hang around the room on the right. There's a big health pack there, and it's also a great place to bait enemies to the health pack and push them off the map. If you fail to push someone off the bridge when they're trying to get over the bridge onto the point, or someone just starts chasing you down, that's when it can be very useful to go into the room on the right, try bait people to the health pack and push them off, or just sit and wait for them to walk past and push them off. Let's say there was a fight breaking out on the point between both teams. You need to get across the ult, but your amp it up is down. You need to get across fast. If you just try jumping across, it's most likely that you won't make it unless you surf around the side of the bridge. If you're wanting to get across quick, you can use your ult to get across and apply the buff to all of your teammates.
Patched up. Here, let's pick it up.
I found this out when stuffing around in custom games, that you can actually surf around the moat, and you can do this forever, but there is no way out, so there's really no use of this at all. On Control Center, a lot of teams like to go through the middle and then go to the left, but if you just go through the left door of your spawn and then continue going left, it is actually a lot faster. So if you do this, you can get there before the enemy team. You can also wall ride around the right side if you know there's someone like a Soldier 76 camping above the point on the right side, and you can push them off the map. As Lucio, you can wall ride around the side of the point. You won't be able to stall the point from here because you won't be on it, but if you stay around about halfway up the wall, you'll be able to heal your whole team in the room.
Let's get patched up. Oh, yeah!
Thank you all very much for watching, and I hope you have learned something new during this video. If you would like to see more Lucio tips or tricks, please drop a comment below. This would also just give me more incentive to find some stuff out for myself as well. And I'll catch you all later.
One bar.